Take your stuff off of mute. I was getting it up. You can't be on mute while I'm not on mute. You gotta get off of mute. You can't be laughing on mute, sis.
What?
You can't be trying to do me on mute. I was sitting over here jamming like,
I couldn't get it together. Hold on, because let me tell you, I had given the whole upfront presentation like, hey, thank y'all for coming out and joining us on another episode of Melanated Opinions, the color of truth, right?
Right.
And then you started jamming, so I was jamming with you like, hey. And I thought you said that you had been on mute, so I was really digging. And then I realized you was talking about me. So struggle. Every day.
It's okay. We can do that. Who cares? We can do that. Now what?
All right. Listen. Every day I'm hustling. So tonight we are going to talk about small business tips that how to get your small business flourishing. Before we get started, I am going to introduce myself. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing good all day. How you doing, sis? Hey, I like that intro. It was hot. Okay, it was hot. My bad. But yeah, I'm doing good, We're working hard and, doing my community outreach stuff. And yeah, so I'm doing good. How you doing, sis?
Yes, doing pretty good. I'm telling you, definitely. I was close to looping it in the pocket. It was fire. Yes. So, getting back and moving, talking about business today, that's my favorite thing. I'm not most people know that outside of my and our podcast company that we also have small businesses. So today we'll have an opportunity to be able to sell small business in the community and then talk about ways to keep your business and don't. So without further ado, introduce yourself to the community. Tell them who you are.
Ooh, okay. So, well, y'all know my name, so yeah, okay. But most people call me Miss Niecy out here. I do family and community outreach work for a couple of charter schools here in Columbus, and pretty much I provide social services and resources, that's just for them as well. Just for them is I am the executive director of Just for Them, 501c3, and we provide social services and resources, and we provide a lot of prevention, intervention, awareness events as well, and so many other things, CPR, first aid training. I mean, we have career assessments so we can align people up with the proper careers. We have quite a bit of things, from life skills, careers, career services, helping people get jobs, you name it, pretty much. So in line with that, we also help people start their businesses as well, right? So yeah, it's like so many other things. I just had to think like, wait a minute. Okay, so minus that, like I do I help people start their businesses. Yeah, it's like, I'm a serial entrepreneur pretty much. I keep my hands moving. I keep, more eggs in my baskets. You know what I'm saying? I keep my eggs in my baskets, you know what I'm saying? And I keep them going, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that just one egg, one basket, one egg type of person. I got to have multiple baskets with multiple eggs going, you know what I'm saying?
I dig it. So that's where we're always talking about these BAK from because you work with helping provide services for families there. That's real cool.
Right. And it is very stressful, but it's fun. I love the kids, man. They keep you young, honestly. They keep you young, they keep you hip. You know what I'm saying? So you like, oh yeah, that's a new word. Dang, they be out here with some new words. You like, you trying to keep up with all the TikTok videos and who said what said who on the TV shows. And man, listen, I mean, if these kids really grew up in the world that we grew up in,
buddy, we didn't have that kind of stuff.
Right. Like they would be miserable. Like, man, we ain't have none of this growing up. So these kids is everywhere. They just, they just tell you about everything. You just like moving with them like, okay, yeah, okay. Woo.
It's a lot.
But it's cool.
If they were born back when we were born, then they'd be like we are. Like, it's mad.
I'd rather some of them be like, us than to be like they are now, YOLOing. You only live one life. It's YOLO out here. No, it's not. Like it's YOLO, but baby, you got to live that for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's see the longevity that you can put into your life. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, you definitely hope to learn something new. Yes. I didn't know YOLO at all. I have seen that and heard people saying it.
You only live one life.
Okay, you only live one.
Like they be thinking of things to say, but whatever. I wish they'd figure out some real readings and teachings, but it's a work in progress. And just working out here in the community with these other kids, this world is becoming violent. Like, they becoming violent.
Yeah, they are.
Like,
there's an echo on here. No. Okay, so hold on.
Okay, well, minus that, I'm gonna talk about this violentness.
Talk to me.
Like, it's out here. Like, I need everybody to work on this. There's other ways to solve things, like talking to people. There is counseling services, there is case management services, there is mental health services, there are like so many elders out here that you can talk to, there are so many people out here that you can talk to. I'm just lost for words when it comes to all this violence. I mean, you got young people dying at the age of 15. You got murders at the age of 10, 9, 10, 11. This is a lot. Like, this world is becoming very cruel, and I'm not for sure why, but it's become very cruel. And I need people to start stopping and thinking and just think about the next step or what would happen. Have a conscience. Like, we walking around here with no conscience at all. Like, oh yeah, it's YOLO, and you do something to me, I'm gonna do something to you, and I'm gonna make it hurt worse, and I'm gonna kill you. Like, it's not that serious. There's nothing that serious.
So that part of the issue. Look, I think when you say something, mute your mic and then make it stop. So, yeah, so it stops. So, in harmony with what it is that you were saying, I was just thinking that there is a lot of young people that have a don't care attitude nowadays. They don't have a concept of fighting. They don't fight anymore. They pick up their guns and they shoot. So, yeah, we just have to get out of the habit of not thinking about our consequences of our actions, because you can't bring people back. I know we've gotten off topic talking about this, but it was something that needed to be said, for sure. So, Nisi, thank you for bringing that up. You kids everywhere.
Exactly. I'm sorry to bring it up, but when you have 4 or 5 murders in like 2-3 days, or not even at, in a weekend, you might have 4 or 5 people. It's just, I mean, come on, nobody's living to the age of 25 of colored, melanated young men. They're gone. Like there's going to be no 25 to 17-year-olds. So yeah, but minus that, I'm sorry. Back to the topic at hand. Go on, introduce that again. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Oh no, so we're talking about business. So in talking about business, we're going to be talking about some different tips that you can utilize in order to be able to help your small business to grow and keep it on track. So we've decided to come up with a couple different ideas amongst ourselves, and then put those together so that we can share them with you. So first one that we go through, for me, I guess I'll go first. It'll be to expect the unexpected when it comes to business. So there's always going to be something in your business that happens. Stuff happens. Life happens. You hear that saying all the time. There's always going to be something that happens in your business. The order arrived late. The order never came. We got into a war with China, and they decided they weren't delivering us anything at all. So those are some of those things that just tend to happen, and you don't know, you have no control over those things at all. So you want to make sure that you are mindful of those things and just expect the unexpected in business. Don't ever think and get too comfortable and think that there are things out there that you don't need to make sure you're being conscientious of in your business. You need to cover all bases at all times, because you never know when something is going to happen, and you're going to need to be able to step up to the plate and handle your business. But if you don't have a plan, like they say, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And that was my first tip.
Ooh, did y'all hear what she said? Ooh, yes. And doing a layup off of that, I would say that you need to know your product and services like the back of your hand. There is nothing new to the back of your hand. So if that's the case, you should be on it. That means you need to know like at least maybe a 30-second to 45-second pitch, like real quick. Your name, what you do. I provide social services and resources for people within Franklin County, Columbus, Ohio. Boom. Get to it. Then you can tell them you can utilize me by going to, and I give them the Just For Them org, or, hey, you can go here, send an email. Here, you got a business card. You got to make sure you keep them business cards handy. So that's like, that's your, what is it? Little people be, the car dealers and stuff. You want to be as fast as them with your card. You want to be like, hey, here go my card, here go my card. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like that. You want to be just like that. Like the little MIB dude, the Men in Black dude in the mail room. He was in the post mail office doing the post mail. You're going to be just as fast as him, okay? Just as fast as him with them business cards. You keep them bad boys handy in your pockets. Every pocket you'll have a business card. So then people would know, and they'll start seeing you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if they throw one away, they got another one. It don't matter if they didn't see it over here. Guess what? They seen it over there. Somebody else got it. They always see your business card. Eventually, somebody's going to utilize your services. Somebody's going to buy your product. So, yeah, keep pounding the pavement.
All right. Good tip. Good tip. So my next tip is to make sure that there's a business need. A lot of people go into business and they decided that they were going to sell ice, right, to a iceman, or however that old saying goes. Where you're selling something to somebody that they don't want or they don't necessarily need. So you just want to make sure that whatever it is that you are trying to do in business. When you start your business, you make sure that your business is relevant. Make sure that it's something that you can make money doing, because there are people that go into business all of the time and they have a great idea, but no plan on how to make money from it. So make sure that you are making sure that it's monetary and it's worth it, and it's going to be something that somebody else is going to need or utilize. Otherwise, you're just throwing money out there for no reason and wasting it. So
There you go. Man, I'm trying to see if this thing, if I can turn this thing down so it wouldn't echo as much, like my little speaker thing. So that's what I was trying to do. It wasn't working, girl. It was not working. But yes, good tip. Yes, it was a bomb tip because it was something I was like about to piggyback on. But yeah, okay. But still, nonetheless, okay, cool. Yes, definitely do that. Yes, but then you also have to know that investing in yourself. So it doesn't mean that you're going to college or you have to go to college or something like that. But when I say invest in yourself, it's more of making sure you have the right expertise and knowledge. You have researched pretty much what you're involved with or you're trying to do, and you are able to be the professional in that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're doing, you're the professional in that. So nobody can actually take that from you because you have did your studies, you have did research, you may have got like a few certificates, you may have went to some type of webinar, seminars where they're passing out, CCUs or CEUs or whatever, for, education, college credit education or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You getting a separate certificate minus, college credit. That's still good. Anything to help you kind of invest in your own education and business knowledge. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, right? Yeah.
anything for you to be. Yes. So I would say next on my list of important things is probably going to be staying on task. Once you've started the business and you got it going and business is up and running, please try to stay on task. This was one of my favorite ones, and that's only because it's something that I find myself guilty of a lot of times. It's the way my brain works. It's the way that I think on a daily basis. I'm always going from one thing to the next in my mind. So staying on task is already hard for me. So if the phone is ringing, somebody walks into the office, then the cell phone rings, then the mailman comes in to drop the mail off. All of these things have occurred. The TV remote falls off the desk. Like a fly goes past my face. All of these things have occurred, okay? And every last one of them have had some kind of effect on what it is that I was thinking or doing at the time. So by the time all of this has happened, I'm in the middle of my thought process at the end thinking about spiders because they kill flies, and that was the last thing that I seen, and it flew past my face and nice and broke up my concentration. All right. So yes, staying on task. Important.
Okay, see, listen, I don't got this. I had my little stylus. I don't know where that bad boy just ran off to, but I would love to get it back because, honey, me trying to push this is my issue. My fingers is too cold. That's why I told you I put this on because my fingers is too cold. So now, like, it's like sensitive. It ain't working. It ain't even working. But another one I would say is now this is after you pretty much get your revenue. This is after you establish your revenue, like sis said. The next thing you would want to do is make sure you hire like-minded individuals. That means those individuals are for you, the business. They are your people that you can just I mean, they're going to help you get your business to the next level. So with that being said, you need to make sure that you definitely utilize the whole hiring, interviewing, assessing if you need, um, and making sure you have the right job titles, job duties, job responsibilities,
Sure.
because that is a necessity when you're hiring folks, and making sure that people stay in their lane. Um, and you know what I'm saying? Work together, but not necessarily cross over, or, cross over someone else's lane. No, you're actually doing this, you're doing this. Yes, it comes together, but you're not necessarily running this, and you're not, you know what I'm saying? Everyone has specific delegated responsibilities and duties.
So do
So
you
make
think
sure you
that
have that.
that's important to have job descriptions and roles?
Oh, absolutely. I think that is like one of the best things to have, so that there is no confusion to um what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? There's no confusion of what you do versus the next person over here to your left or right of you, because you already have your job duties and job responsibilities. So the only thing you need to do is focus on those, and everything else should fall in line, because if everyone's doing their job duties and job responsibilities, there's no reason how something can be, forgotten, or missed, or not fulfilled. It's impossible. So yeah.
I dig it. I dig it. So I think that was a very valid point that you made when it comes to hiring the right people or getting the right people to help you, because sometimes it's not even necessarily about hiring someone. It could be that you have someone that's coming in and they're volunteering their time, but just because someone is volunteering doesn't mean that they don't have to be meaningful to the business. You want to definitely make sure that the people that you bring into your business are the right fit for your organization. We have had some challenging experiences when it comes to hiring the right people. And it hurts at the end of the day when you don't hire the right people and then you have to let somebody go. Okay. It's a struggle, especially for me. I'm soft, I'm butter. Y'all know I'm always trying to, oh no, don't let them go. Oh, and then I fire somebody and then I'm thinking about hiring them back. It's just a
What, baby?
it's a struggle. It is. Hey, Miss Doris, how are you?
Hey. Yes, I noticed it do seem to be a struggle for you, sis, but it's okay. It's okay. As long as you got strong people behind you to help you move on and step forward, and keep our zip recruiters up. Keep our zip recruiter account up, okay?
The ads on that Indeed.
Oh yeah, as well as that one too. Say that again, honey, because they'll load you up with some positions and some peoples, won't they? People like, dang, am I even hired for that? I don't even think I'm hired for that. What is wrong with you?
So fast. Two places you can go um, to look for employees and to look for small business. And what were they? Indeed and ZipRecruiter. So ZipRecruiter, Indeed, definitely want to utilize those two resources in order to be able to help you find new employees for your business, right? So, and keeping in harmony with what we were talking about before, I know I keep talking about staying on task and stuff, but like it's really, really important to stay on task, okay? And I struggle with it. So my next thing that I wanted to use as a small business tip was that time management matters. Okay, time management matters. Miss you too, for sure. And we missed our lunch in. We're gonna have to make that up. But side note, yeah, I usually try to make sure that I do my top 3 things every day. So I'll make a list of all of the things that need to be done for that next day. I'll do my top 3 things and put those up there, and it's priority, right? I'm doing those top 3 things first. And then if I get down the list to the next set of things, great. Then I accomplish more than I set out to do to begin with. But generally, I'm gonna make sure that I complete those 3 top things, no matter what they might be. They might not even be related to one another. Um, they could be just simple things as far as taking care of business, business related. It can be sending an email, writing a letter, placing an order somewhere. It could be reviewing resumes. I don't care what it is. I do 3 top things, and then I let those 3 things be the dictator for the rest of the day. So sometimes I don't feel like doing nothing else. Hey, that's it. Sometimes I'm like, let me get this whole list because I'm feeling myself.
I hate this thing. I'm done. Okay, I'm so done. I'm tired. I don't know why I keep doing me like this. So yes, time management is not my friend. Me and time, we hang out together all day, but we ain't cool like that. Okay, we ain't cool like that. Like for some reason, I need more, and they can only give me so much in a day, and I be needing so much more because I don't be finishing everything, and I can't do them lists. Oh my god, did y'all hear that word? Them lists? Okay, because I'm for real. When it comes to time management, I ain't got it. I
God,
ain't. I don't know
oh,
how. I need to learn.
that's the reason why some of us became entrepreneurs to begin with, because we felt like we wasn't signing off on the band paperwork and going in when they said that we should. But guess what happened? Them customers say that you're supposed to be there and you're not. Okay. So just because it was the man's business at first, you got to keep on recognize that it's your business now. So not only do you have to service the customer, you also got to make sure that you take care of your business on the back end with paperwork and ordering supplies and stocking and all of that good stuff that helps to keep the business flowing. So yeah, manage that time wisely. Take care of the
I be juggling the hell out of time. Me and time be playing juggle. I don't care what you say. I'm trying to get it together. I promise you. I am. I'm gonna get it together one day. Sweet baby Ray Jesus. I'm gonna get it together. But
sweet baby Ray Jesus.
oh, you heard me.
I just had to run that back real quick and make sure that's what you're saying.
Sweet baby Ray Jesus. Yes, Lord Jesus, man. I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together with my time. But while I'm getting my time management together, one thing I will do is make sure that I am productive, though, in the time that I am working, to make sure there is some productivity. So I guess within managing your time, which like you said, it is time management. It definitely is, because you need to make sure if you got, make sure you're being productive. There's no sense in being an owner or an entrepreneur if you're not being productive, productively doing something within your business. As in, advertising is definitely something that's needed. So you have your social media outlets, and you have these type of commercials, and your mail outs, your postcard mail outs. So you have multiple different ways of advertising and marketing. So you definitely want to make sure you're doing that as well, because that is something that is needed. But I guess that's all within.
I'm sorry, what?
Right, that just caught me.
Don't make me break down my whole. Now I know we was having a conversation about small businesses, but
Right.
hey, Rhea, how you doing? Thank you for coming in and joining us. What? I'm gonna need them to get that together before I start. we, let me show y'all what I'm talking about because I couldn't even get it together long enough.
Right. You see how it caught me off guard? I was saying something I couldn't even. I don't even know what I was saying, y'all.
Y'all already know the way my complexion is set up. I would have been in the field. Okay. So I already got an attitude about the whole situation and I'm angry because I'd have been in the field because I'm tired of it. And you breathe on me, I'm tired. So they'd have kept me up and in the field. And I don't like it. And I definitely am not a fan. See, this is racism, and I always get upset. This is why I'm not the one to watch movies like
Rosewood or any of those type of Sankofa. Girl, I watch Sankofa. I watch Rosewood. I watch. Oh my God! And I watch. Stop it! Hold on. Wait a minute. And I watch Serafina. Oh my God, those are like 3 good movies that you would want to see because it's just Serafina isn't even in America. You know, Serafina is not even in America. It's in Africa, and they show you exactly how they do people of color wrong in their own country. So yeah, it was. I'm telling you, those 3 movies. And then now speaking of this isms, these race isms, these biasisms, these all these bigotries and all that, just everything is just a stem of ignorance.
So I'm sorry, when you say isms, what do you mean?
I call them isms as in racisms, bias, sexism, you name it, that everything that they're against is seems to be a isms, is some type of ism connected to it. Sexism with the women, racism, genderism. Now everybody, it's what you decide right now. Like, wait a minute, that was decided before you even came out. Like, pop, you out the womb, pop, we see it. That's what you are. We'll put it on the thing, and now you feel like you can say so, and it's your prerogative type of thing. It's like, wait a minute, you can't change that part, but everybody got their own opinion.
That's true.
So everybody puts their mind into this. So now it's just so many. Oh, poor world. Poor world.
And I think that a lot of that has to do with the way that we brought up, a lot of that. So
a lot of what? I know you looking for them states.
I was. I am.
That's why I was waiting on you to find them states, because I can tell you West Virginia is probably one of them.
So wait, I'm getting ready to pull up a couple of the articles from that. But before I do that, let's close out this conversation about the small businesses so that we can move on over here into this conversation about the slavery, okay? So last comment about the small business thing. The last thing that I want to say when it comes to small businesses before we start talking about slavery, make me want is that you want to make sure that you take time off for yourself and for your family. So when it comes to business is not easy. Business is hard work. Working for somebody else is hard, and we complain about that. But working for yourself is twice as hard, because there are a lot of things that you have to handle on your own that you don't have to handle when you're an employee. So you got a lot of extra stuff that's on your plate. It takes a lot of extra time in order to be able to handle it. And as a result of that, you want to make sure that you're taking time out for yourself and for your family. Just take time out for yourself. It's important. That's it. Lisa, you have something you want to say about
Hashtag I agree. Hashtag I agree.
So
now back to them states, man.
So you see me over here like trying to
So now, breaking news, we have it here coming up soon. We're going to share with you what's going on the ballots.
So what we talking about? ballots.
Mm-hmm.
Slavery. Hold on. What? Okay. So it's just gonna be blank. That's what we're doing.
Oh, girl, why you got me wanting to push the dang on thing?
She was trying to help me out.
What? I'm trying to. Maybe it
She was
need
like,
my.
"Girl, let me help you. You struggling, girl."
Right, I'm gonna get my stylist then. I'm about trying to find my dang on stylist over here.
Ah. So okay. So in keeping that with the conversation that was dropped into the chat, there was an article. There was one that was posted a couple of days ago that I'll bring up too, but um, this one I'm going to post. They're talking about slavery in November, and I first looked at it. I thought it was going to be a negative thing, but it's not as bad as I thought it was getting ready to be. I thought I was about to get in my feelings and be ready to. But so this one is talking about how voters in 5 states are going to see slavery on their ballot this November. We're talking about prison reform advocates pushing to abolish slavery and involuntary servitude, as well as reshape the prison labor system. So basically, they were saying that slavery technically still exists, even though in 1865 the Constitution was ratified and it abolished slavery and involuntary servitude. It did not. There were still a lot of people that were enslaved, not only physically but also mentally and spiritually. So in order to be able to combat that, I'm assuming that they are planning on creating some sort of criminal justice reform. And these are the 5 states they have so far: is Alabama, Louisiana, Oregon, Tennessee, and Vermont, that are going to vote on amendments that prohibit slavery and involuntary servitude. And that's going to help transform prison labor and the criminal justice system. Apparently, Colorado, Nebraska, and Utah have already approved similar ballot initiatives. So these initiatives are supposed to help the Constitution to be able to get rid of some of those negativities surrounding slavery, and provide protection for the citizens. So it's supposed to be an amendment to the laws that we already on the books.
Okay, I'm okay with that because yes, that is something um that definitely needs to stop. I'm okay with that. I thought it was the thought of some type of 21st century Jim Crow era thing that they wanted to start acting kind of crazy with, because they want to do you know, thinking history will take us back and make it better type of thing, you know. But I agree to this. I pretty much, I mean, and I'm really not saying.
So I'm gonna tell you,
They need to get paid, but they also need, as in like benefits, not benefits as in like, you know, but they need to be able to see a doctor. You know, they need to be able to have mental health. They need to be able to, you know, speak counseling services. Mental health doesn't necessarily mean counseling. So they need, you know, different type of avenues as well as educational outlets. Possibly push forth the educational things more.
right?
Something to make sure when they come out, they are more they're more ready to move forward with life, not feeling like life has just passed them by and they're defeated. So they're ready to do anything to possibly go back, or they're just lost in the sauce. That's not cool neither. You know, it's different ways to set people up. So we have to get people within transitioning of being released from, you know, incarceration. So why not put them to through some type of transitional services or, you know, training, you know, life skills. Let me say it that way. Life skills. let me reword that all the way. If they put them in some life skills training, that'll be able to assist them in being productive citizens when they get out.
That's really.
As a mandatory type of thing.
But so I think what they're trying to do is more so to utilize slavery or working in prison as punishment for incarcerated individuals. So what they're doing is they're basically planning on taking all of those who have committed these egregious criminal offenses and making them work for no pay. So just working them over for free. Now it's already bad that they are getting paid cents on the dollar in jail already. Not to mention that more than half of our people that's in jail right now don't deserve to be in jail to begin with. Okay? Because the system is set up and designed for our people to fail.
But most of them, when you say for what type of crimes?
Criminal. It said criminal.
Oh, it said criminal. I thought they got a little aggressive with the whole criminal thing, because a lot of melanated people are in jail due to distribution, intent to sell, possession, things like that. Those are not criminals. Those are not heinous crimes. Those are not where you have SVU, you know what I'm saying? You got TV shows for things like those type of criminals that they need to be, talking in regards to, not the ones that have those high felony but low criminal.
I mean, at the end of the day, the crime is the crime. Like I said, most of them don't go to pen in no way, especially if you ain't there for possession. They didn't make the possession of the majority in the majority of states legal, right? So I just don't think that it's something that you should be held accountable for. I think they should open up the gate to let all of those out and open it up to real criminals. The problem is that they took too much money away from the state, and nobody would be flourishing. And on the state level, the prisons would be failing because they already feeding them beanie weenies and hot dogs. So
right, they feed them probably nothing of good substance. But my thing is, pointing out that, like you said, they shouldn't be in there. A lot of our melanated individuals, a lot of them should not be in there because they don't have, again, heinous crimes. None of their crimes are heinous. Most of them are probably along the line of intent, distribution. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are something that they make high felonies is something that should be more of a misdemeanor versus you got these people, exing their exes and their spouses and exing, the whole family, you know what I'm saying? And, or poisoning people. It's just so many crazy things that people are doing that they should be, really going after, working on keeping. So I don't know. I don't know. I gotta read that. I gotta read it. I gotta read it.
What I was gonna say. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some more research about it because it just fell into our lap today, and it looks like it's been some ongoing conversations about it over the course of the last month or so. The buzz has been growing because the ballots is coming up in the next couple of weeks, and people are getting ready to have to make some kind of informed decision. So now they want to wait till the last minute to bring out the information because that's what they do. So we'll do some more research on it, and then we'll get back to it and have that conversation later on. Probably maybe Sunday or next week. I know we have some conversations that we're going to be having this Sunday as well. So tune in for that too. Before we go, though, I do have one thing that I want to do. I know that we've talked about a lot of different things when it comes to small business. We talked about ways to be able to sustain your business, but and then we even jumped over to talking a little bit about the slavery thing that we're going to go into discussing in more detail, like I said, a little bit later on. But what I would like to do is take the time out just to say thank you um, real quick to one of our special viewers. And they made sure took the time to give us a donation and donate to our organization. So I wanted to make sure that we take the time out to give them a proper and special thank you. So, um, yeah, let me just say thank you. You are appreciated. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hercules, Hercules.
Thank you. Your donations allow us to be able to continue to purchase supplies and equipment to help grow our business. It also helps us to be able to grow our business in other ways so that we can utilize the income to be able to provide further services in the community and be able to help others. So we would like to branch our business out and not just do this as a public service, but also to be able to offer some real in-person services that are much needed in the community as well. And those donations, like I said, help with that. They also help to keep me from struggle streaming. So yeah, the more donations we get, the more it helps me to be able to maintain and keep the show going for you guys. So we greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much, Vernon. And anybody who sends donations, just a real quick note.
Thank you.
Donations. Yeah, if you decide to send us donations and you want them to remain anonymous, definitely make sure that you put that into the comment section of the donations. Anybody else that would like to make a donation to Melanated and Candid Productions and support our channel, you definitely can do so as well. We take cash apps. So our Cash App link is floating down at the bottom, and it is Melanated and Candid. So thank you so much for coming out and joining us today. Like I said, we'll definitely be back on Sunday, and then we'll also be here again on Thursday every week so that we can give you exactly what it is that you need in order to be able to grow, not just in business, but also in life. So thank you guys for coming out and joining us. We appreciate you and have a great weekend. We'll see you Sunday.
Bye, folks.
Bye.